When we open up our Bibles to Psalms chapter 65 and read verses 11, 12 and 13, it says there, "You crown the year with your goodness, and your paths drip with abundance." Then he says further in 12 and 13, "They drop on the pastures of the wilderness, and the little hills rejoice on every side." Verse 13, "The pastures are clothed with flocks. The valleys are also covered with grain. They shout for joy. They also sing." You see, in verse 11, it says there, "You crown the year with your goodness." We all want the year to be great. We want our life ahead to be blessed. But we need to understand it's not our doing. No matter how much of hard work you put in, sometimes there is a leak somewhere, right? Either your health, either a family dispute, either the economic crisis around us. Somewhere or another there's a leak. But when we begin to trust in God, we will begin to see God bless the year with goodness. He says, "You crown the year." That means you show goodness, your favor, your honor, you lift up. Come on, it's all about God doing it in our lives. And then he says further, "Your paths drip with abundance." Not my path, not the way that we choose, not the plans that we have made, but the path that God has ordained for us. That's the path that has abundance. Come on, we need to ask ourselves, many a times we want it our way. We wanted, God, you do it the way I have planned it. But sometimes we need to understand, not sometimes, but every time we need to understand that it's not our ways and our plans that bring the blessings, not our ways and our plans that give us abundance, but it is God's plan and God's way that brings forth abundance. So we need to come to this realization that if we want our life to be blessed, it is God who crowns the years ahead. It is God who crowns the years ahead with goodness. No matter how much you strive, you will not see the goodness of God in your life if you don't yield to the Lord. You will have a leak somewhere or another. And when we walk in His path, His directions, His plans, we will begin to experience that abundance of life. We all quote that scripture, John 10:10, where it says that I have come that you would have life, abundant life. We all want that abundant life. You want that abundant life, right? But it's not your ways, your paths, your plan that gives that life. It is when you begin to yield to the Lord and begin to walk in His path that you will begin to see that abundance of life. So let us turn to the Lord. Let us yield to Him and know for sure that it is He who crowns the year with goodness. And it is His path that brings forth abundance. Not your path, not your good works, not your hard works. No matter how much you toil, it does not bring goodness. It is God who crowns the year with goodness. God bless you.